Hello everybody, in this video I'll be showing you the easiest way to complete the Perico heist. Now the first thing I'll quickly say is I bought suppressors, and other than that the loadout that you pick for weapons doesn't really matter. Here you can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to buy the sniper because he will take out enemies silently with his sniper rifle, so don't worry about him being too loud. I've got a recon drone so that I can see where the enemies are on the map, and I also bought a weapon stash. That didn't really seem to do anything because the guns were on me rather than stashed somewhere, so I'm not really sure about that, but I bought that anyway just in case. And the approach that I took was the stealth annihilator, so I did that setup for that prep to get the stealth annihilator. Infiltration point, I picked the south drop zone as it was closest to the compound and well close to where I wanted to get into the building. The compound entrance was the drainage tunnel, which is the bit in the water on the cliff that you can see in the picture on the left side there. So that's the way that I've picked here. Also, if you can't do any of this stuff, you might need to go into the heist intel and select it by taking a photo of it. Here you can see that I've picked my escape point as the airstrip. No wait. I've picked the main dock because that was closest to the compound by the water. So my plan was to just get off where I was and swim to the area. I picked the night time because I was going stealthy anyway, so I thought we might as well. I'm not really sure what difference it makes. Here you can see that I've got my suppressors. Because I'm doing it solo, I've got 100% cut. You can't change that. You can't take any less, which is funny because why would you? Yeah, let's get right into the heist. Click continue. And if you guys have caught up to right now, you can see that the Madrazo files are $1.1 million and the other stuff is like $4 point something million. But when you're in solo, you can only max out your loot bag. So I don't get that much take, and also I don't do the elite challenge by like 3 minutes. But here you can see that I've just rappelled down the side of the helicopter after landing, and there's a motorbike right here. I'm going to pick that up and drive alongside the cliff. I'll speed it up a little bit. It will look a bit weird, I think. I'm not sure how the footage looks like on Share Factory. But you just want to make your way along the cliff and use the bike to drive off into the water. And then get as far as you can and then swim across the drains. I'm not really sure about rebreathers because whenever I go underwater, it always seems like my rebreather isn't full. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure if it's a glitch or whatnot, but you might want to make sure that you have rebreathers bought because I'm not sure if it will give it to you when you're doing this anyway. So yeah, we just want to swim over to the tunnel here, and there's also a little like gate that you have to cut, and in that is like a kind of cutscene, and I don't think that your oxygen depletes whilst you're in that, so don't worry about losing oxygen. However, as soon as you come out of it, you might not have any oxygen left like me, so I'll show you later on that you have to swim across and quickly press right on your D-pad so that you get into the area without drowning. So during this part, you want to spend about a second on the green things. You can go over them quickly and then go back through, and it should cut it. You'll know it's done when it goes like the yellow cut through line. It starts off green. So what I did here was just go straight up, straight down, straight up again, and all of them were done. I didn't miss because I'm stupid and I wasn't looking at my screen. But here you can see that even sloppy will get the gate open, so you don't have to worry about being good at that. But here you will see that as soon as I'm able to swim again, I'm losing oxygen. So swim as quickly as you can down this tunnel, aim for the yellow circle, and as soon as the yellow circle disappears, press right on your D-pad, and then you'll choose this way to enter the compound. Now, once you're actually in the compound, there'll be guards everywhere. As long as you stay out of their cone of vision, and when you kill them headshot, they die straight away, they don't scream or shoot or anything, you'll be okay. Just make sure, double check whenever you're about to shoot someone that nobody else is going to see them, or if their paths cross at any point, kill them when they're not crossing paths with other guards as well. So you can go around this compound and pick up extra loot if you want, but because I'm solo, I'm just going to be going straight for the stuff, the Madrazo files, and then I'm going to grab extra loot at the exfil point that I've picked because that just makes it a lot easier. So I'm literally just running straight through this area. Now the blue cones are just normal guards. You can sneak past them if you have the guard uniforms, and the red cones are for the guys that will see you no matter what you're wearing or what you look like. They will see you and they will shoot you. So here I'm just going to walk up the front blooming steps and still no one's seen me. I'm going to make my way around this building shooting people in the headshots. You can kill the red ones. There's nothing special about them when they're being killed. Again, just make sure that no one sees their body when you've knocked them on the floor. Here's this guy here. I'm just going to wait for him to walk towards me just in case he doesn't, I know I'm not in his cone, but if he's facing me whilst I kill this guy, I just want to double check that he won't see me. So I'm going to make my way around this building. I did try shooting the light, but didn't do anything, which was kind of annoying, but it didn't make a difference in the end of the day. I should have taken a right here because that's where the stairs are. But as I went along, I shot one of the guards and he dropped a gate key. And now I use this to escape from downstairs. So I would also go around there and shoot the guy. Make sure that you get the key from one of the guards. It might only drop from the red coned guards. So if you're not sure where to get it from, just kill these guards around this middle bit and it should drop from one of them. Hopefully, I'm not sure exactly. But yeah. I'm not sure about the guy with the skull on the minimap as well. I'm guessing that he has armor. So just stay away from that guy. But yeah, we've literally only killed like 2 or 3 guards, and we're already in the thing. We shouldn't have to kill any more until we're leaving the island. In his like office kind of thing, there's a secret safe behind these paintings. Only a little bit of cash and a first aid kit. So if you're weak, pick it up. The cash doesn't really. Like, it's only 80,000, but the pistol is annoying because it goes in your hotbar and replaces the pistol that you get from this chest here. So if you go behind his desk and you got the small key, the video is going to be linked up in the top right if you want to know how to get this. You just go pick that up and then you literally have to do the fingerprint. Now this fingerprint is kind of similar to the casino heist fingerprints because you have to match up the thing, but I kind of think it's easier. Now when I was doing it, I only had to match up the 4 sliders at the top, and it's kind of easy. Literally just look at the right side and have it level with the left side and keep flicking through until the top looks like the top of that one. And then you don't really need to look at the rest of the fingerprint, just match it up by the sides and get the sides that they fix. And yeah, basically that was the thing. The fingerprint seems a lot quicker and a lot easier than the casino one, depending on how you do it. So here you can see that I was looking for key points as well for each fingerprint. That's a tip. So the top one, you can see there's a giant gap. The second one, you can see in the middle that there's 4 lines that look pretty much the same. And then the third one was just like changing it until it would fit. Because the one that was the 4th one, or the 5th one, sorry, was the one that I needed to change. So it wasn't for the top for all of them. So just make sure that when you're doing it, the green ones are the ones you change. The green ones are the ones you change. No, you can see that there's also a a countdown. So you have a timer, which is the little bars. So just try and do it a little bit quickly. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward hack. It's pretty straightforward compared to the casino one as well. Once you've done that, you want to go down into the underground. Now to do this setup, I did every single one of the preps. I did the fingerprint cloner, the safe code, and the other one that wasn't, the one thing I'm using right now, I used the torch, so I didn't have to use the key. When you get to this point, the guy will text you saying the safe code. Now try and remember it. It's quite straightforward to remember because it's only 6 things. I'm not sure if it's the same for everyone. I'd imagine it's not, but just be careful when you're doing it. I'm not sure if you go over. Oh, it says you can turn the lock back, so I suppose if you go over, it doesn't matter. Just try and match the number up and you'll be okay. So once you've opened that, you've got the Madrazo files, and then you just need to figure out a way of getting out of there. You can see in the bottom right that I have 1 of 2 keycards. Now I completely ignored this because apparently you can only do the keycard swipes when there's 2 players or more in your game. So because I'm doing it on my own, I just gave up with that and can be bothered. Like here you can see that there's 2 keypads either side of this door, so I couldn't do that. This keypad here was on its own and it's on the minimap as well, so this is the one that I could hack. So I'm going to hack it here. It's exactly the same fingerprint hack as the one that was in his office. So just try and do this. This time for me it was only 1. I'm sure that when the hard mode for this heist is available, which I think is when you do it again, there might be more fingerprint hacks to do, but there's no timer. The timer in the bottom right, but there is a time when you're actually doing the fingerprint hacks. So once you do that, literally just go out here. The water bit here, I was kind of tempted to see if I could get out of it through the water, but in this end I was just like, nah, I'll just play it safe and go to the top. And also I should say that any equipment that you want to use, like the grapple hook, the guard disguises, you need to pick up in the heist finale, but before you go to the compound, because I was in the compound and I thought I was going to grab the grappling hooks whilst I was doing it, like, if that makes sense. I thought it would already give the grapple hooks to me, but it didn't. So I had to just go out through the front door, which was also pretty straightforward. Like I had to kill a couple guards, but they didn't cross paths with anyone. And the guard that is walking backwards and forwards in between the 2 buildings, just as long as you don't kill the guard walking behind in the middle. Like I waited for him to come around. You'll see here, I waited for him to come around the corner before I shot him, because that way no guard would see him. And you can also see that I'm right by a grapple hook, and there was the point where the pistol almost messed me up because I selected it by accident. If I shot that, wouldn't have had a suppressor on it, would have alerted the guards. So here you can see I'm just going to sneak past the guy here. I'm going to quickly fast forward this bit because I went to the top of the tower and there was absolutely no reason to, because there was nothing up there. and I also couldn't do the keypad hack there because there was nothing there. There was a guy walking in the cage, which I thought was very weird, but he wasn't a red dot on the minimap, so I killed the guy right beside him. I tried setting him free, but I couldn't, and there was also a panther in the other one. I was going to kill it, but I thought that'd be cruel, so I didn't kill that either. I'm not sure if you can, I don't know, I didn't try. So yeah, literally you can see the yellow circle on the map, but I was going to try and take the car even though it was locked, so you might be able to find the key for the car somewhere around by one of the guards. Maybe the skull guy has it. I'll do a little bit more experimenting next time I do this heist, and I might make another guide depending on if we find an easier way to do it. I just thought this is the easiest way because of how easy it was. I literally didn't get detected, or the time I did was because my phone wouldn't work and I couldn't quit the job, and I didn't really know what I was doing. But literally this is my second attempt and I managed to do it so easy. So yeah, I just ran up here and took out this guard here because I didn't want him to see me when I went through the gate, and this is the last guard that I killed. So yeah, we're just going to shoot this guy and then make our way back to the door. So I walk over to the car and it's locked, and I was frightened that my guy was going to smash the window and get me alerted, but luckily he didn't. So I head over to the circle and press right on the D-pad so that it actually does it. Now I believe this is a point of no return, so if you do this you won't be able to go back into the compound. I think you might be able to if you have grappling hooks or whatever, but I'm not sure. Also, for some reason my face changed in the cutscene. My appearance and my hair and moustache was all the same, but the actual facial structure was different. Not sure why it always does this. It does it with Bogdan as well. But anyway, here you can see I'm running out of the thing. My guy looks scared, but it's alright, literally no one's here. So I walk out here, there's one guard that I kill, and then I grab a quad, like a motorbike, which was right by him, and then do pretty much the same as how I entered it. I drive along the cliff to the fence, and then I drive off the cliff to the water again, so I can swim to where I was. So I'm taking the motorbike along. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad with the speeding up. I'm not sure how it looks like because the editing software I'm using is slightly different. But now we're near the water, I'm going to be swimming to the main dock. And I'm going to swim to this rock here, and when a boat passes I'm just going to shoot the driver, make sure there's only one driver on it or something, or if they detect you just kill him anyway. Luckily it was literally passing me as soon as I hit the rock and he was just in range for me to shoot him, so I kill him and then swim over to the boat. You've also got to be careful of the other boats patrolling the area. Now I just stopped and went underwater when one was close to me, and then I got on the boat and drove to the main dock, although it really wasn't far to swim, so I could have just swum the whole distance. As you'll see that I literally don't go anywhere with the boat. I go about 2 foot and then I'm there. So I'm just going to speed this bit up as well because it's pretty straightforward. Literally grab the boat, drive 2 feet and get on the island, kill a guard that wasn't being seen by anyone else, and now there's a guard that's stopping me from getting to the extra cash or the extra loot that I wanted. He was stood right on the camera, but I shot him anyway because he wasn't in the cone of camera, and I do a little bit of weird running here, so let me speed this bit up as well. So I was a bit nervous of the guy with the cone there, thinking he would see me, so I went around the back again and went straight through the thing past the camera, and here you can see that there's 2 things to loot. Now it looks like you can loot 3 tables and that's a full bag. I'm not sure if that varies depending on what it is that you're stealing, so maybe gold's half or gold's a full bag, I'm not sure. So here you can see that I've just grabbed 2 and it's pretty full. Now I'm going to make my way over to another thing in a minute, but I'm just going to show you what I did to avoid the guard that's walking around the back. Now the foliage is annoying because I kept walking into the solid trees, but here you can see I'm where I was a second ago, and the guard's further back because he was doing his patrol route whilst I was doing the stealing, and I'm going to shoot him in the head. And I'm going to run along here over to the other secondary target area, and you'll also see that there's a guard stood in the middle of nowhere, but there's loads of cones everywhere, so I wasn't sure if it gets seen. So I shoot this guy but miss, and then the guys to the left start panicking and I'm like, oh Jesus, no. But they're alright, they didn't get alerted or anything, so they just ran off into the distance and they're happy living their lives. I'm just going to speed this bit up here as well. I managed to fill my bag up, and then basically that's it. That's pretty much the heist. There's 3 more guards to kill by the boat that I was going to use to escape. So I wasn't really sure where these guards were, so I shot one and then pressed L2 quickly and started shooting, but I didn't realise they were right next to each other, the guards. The guy that you saw run off I thought was the other guard, but he wasn't, so just make sure you kill those guys carefully. They're kind of clueless anyway, but kill those guys. Watch out for the helicopter. Also, I'm a blooming Slytherin ballerina. Did you see how I got on the boat then? And that is the heist done, guys. Literally just take the boat out of the port here. You'll see that there's another boat patrolling the water, but just avoid that, and literally that is it then. The heist is done. Just take the boat out into the water and that is the heist done. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, I've been talking for 15 minutes nearly, so I think you guys should well, do what you want. You don't have to subscribe, but it'd be nice. And yeah, so I was 3 minutes off doing the Elite Challenge, but I can definitely do the Elite Challenge in my next run, considering how many like blusters, is that a word? How many things went wrong that heist, but still, it made a tutorial because it was such an easy heist. So hopefully this has helped you guys pass it. I'm not sure if you can probably do it this way with 4 players as well. Just make sure that they're careful. Show them this guide. Maybe they'll take the same route. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.